Hi friends, it's Krusty. How are you guys today? I got some trash, so we're gonna talk a little stuff. Um, so I got my empties and then my DNF, which is do not finish. It's usually related to reading books, but I kind of use it for both. So we will start with trash. Well, these are a DNF. This is R & Co on a cloud, and it's a shampoo. I got it in Ipsy, or BoxyCharm by Ipsy, and it just doesn't do a whole lot for my hair. I use quite a bit of it. And then I have Ultimate Moisture from Nexus. It's just a little travel size. Once again, I just didn't feel like it did a whole lot to my hair. And I have shampoos and conditioners in my inventory that I want to try out that might work better for me. So I'm gonna see if my mom wants these. I'm sure she'll take them. So, and she can use repair and moisture. So that's gonna go to her, I think. Trying to keep everything somewhat organized. Next up, we got this Hask hair mask. I enjoy this very much. And they have several different types. They're all that I've tried I've enjoyed. And I know there's more. There's some that I like more, but I don't remember which one. So I just keep trying them again. That was the one that isn't my favorite, but it still did a really good job. Next up, we have this apple cider vinegar acid peel. It's from Inculus, so it's like a chemical exfoliant. My face felt very nice and clean and refreshed afterwards. It didn't burn, didn't have any irritation, so I liked that. Next up, another hair care. This is Elvive Dream Length Wonder Water. I really like this stuff. I have more. I keep forgetting to put it in my shower, so I haven't used any in a while. But I really like it. It really makes my hair feel smooth and silky and nice. So definitely recommend that. Next up, from Pure Lease, we have the cleansing gel. It's just a cleanser. It smells slightly like pineapple, which is sorry, slightly like pineapple, which I enjoyed. It was very refreshing as a scent, but it wasn't strong. So I'm assuming that it just comes from ingredients. It's not added fragrance, because I don't know. I just assumed that. So, but it was okay. I mean, it did its job. It wasn't fantastic, like out of this world, but it did what it needed to do, and I appreciate that. Next up, we have this hand and nail glove mask. Help moisturize my hands. All of a sudden, all my skin was like, we're dry. I think it's just because the weather has been really up and down. It'll be super cold, and then it'll be warm, and then it'll be warm, but it'll be super windy. So my skin has been unusually dry. Next up, we have a candle. This is from Sunset Park. I got this in my single swag mystery box. It was actually really nice. I don't know what the scent is, but I really liked it, and it had really good fragrance, especially for just a single wick candle. And yeah, but I think they price these pretty high, so I don't know if I would go out and buy them. But if you get them in your single swag, or you get it for cheap, they were good. Next up, we got this body cream from EOS or ESOS. I'm not exactly sure. This is vanilla cashmere, and I love that scent. It was really nice. It was, body cream, so it was a little thick, but it wasn't too heavy. It sunk in really well, and I just really enjoyed the smell. So I was happy with that. Got this little serum from Hey Honey. Good Morning Honey Silk Facial Serum. This was fine. It felt nice on my skin, It's hard to say with a sample if it does anything. You just kind of have to judge by how it makes you feel. And then we got this leave-in conditioner from Mark Anthony Grow Long. It was fine. I liked it. Next up, we got this tiny little Plum Plump from Glow Recipe. This felt nice on my skin. I enjoyed it. We got a mask. I don't always remember to keep my mask like packaging, so there's probably quite a few more masks that I use, but just forgot to save. This is from Playlist. It's a Nourishing Ultra Hydrate Sheet Mask. I think that I did this on Mask Monday a few weeks ago with the corky eye patches, and both were really nice. I really enjoyed them. There's dog hair and everything because, you know, it's like skincare and stuff, so it's got some moisture to it, so things stick to it. So this is Saturday Skin Pretty Pop. It is a whipped cream moisturizer. It was nice. I liked it. Next up, we got Barosio Don't Despair Repair. A lot of people really love this mask. It's fine. It's a hair mask. It's fine. I'm not in love with it, but I'll use it. It's not bad. Just not like a holy grail for me. And then we got a little mask from Bliss. This is Pore Refining Volcanic Sand Facial. This felt really nice when I used it. Can't really see it, sorry. That's not helping. Okay. I got this in one of the Target advent calendars, I believe. And I got quite a few uses, but if you can see inside, it probably only comes down to here, but there's no false bottom. So they didn't even, you know, when you have the false bottom, at least they're kind of like giving themselves away, but it was only probably half full. But I still got quite a few uses out of it, so I just thought that was funny. Next up, we have the Element Super Food Fruit Vinegar Liquid Glow. This is a facial toner. This was also in my It's Panning Cats and Dogs project, and I finished it, and it was fine. Once again, skincare, you can't always tell. I'm sure it helped. I'm sure if I didn't use all the skincare, I would notice, but it was fine. And then, of course, we got some Epsom salt. We only have one bag, which is kind of weird. I think I was using, I don't know why. Because usually I use a lot. But love Epsom salt. Sorry about the noise. We got more masks. We have 2 of these animal masks. We got this husky one and the koala bear. This I got in a pack of 8 or 10. I think it was 8. For like $5 from Temu, and they were all really nice. They were really nice masks. They have the backing that you can peel off, so I thought that was really nice. This mask I got through Pinch Me, which is where you can sign up to get samples and stuff, and I did not like it. It felt fine when it was on, but the serum was super sticky and didn't absorb very well, so I didn't like it. And we got this Amika 3D Volume and Thickening Shampoo and Conditioners little samples. I don't remember. I don't remember using it, so must not have blown me away. But I probably didn't hate it either. Oh gosh. Hand down. The Hava hand cream. This was fine. Dead Sea Water. Yeah, that was nice. And then we got this Heavy Jar. This is the Nice Melons Whipped Boob Polish. This was also in my Panning Cats and Dogs product. I didn't care for it. I didn't care for the texture. I didn't care for the smell. I don't think it like went off, but I didn't care for it. So it's like $30, something stupid like that. So save your money. Just use regular scrub. It's not going to make your titties grow. Sorry. Mine are the same size, the same buoyancy as they were before. I finished up this Cold and Allergy Bubble Bath. This is from Village Naturals. I had like 3 colds, like one month I'd have the cold, it'd go away for a few weeks, I'd have it. So I used that up. It was okay. I wish I had more fragrance, more like of the peppermint and menthol to help clear the sinuses. There's so much hair because hair is sticking to all the stuff. It was okay. And let's see. I wonder how this. Okay. This is a professional benefit. It's one of just the little ones. It's a pearl primer. It was, I don't think it did anything, but I didn't hate it. I just kind of thought it was useless for me personally. But it was in my Panting Cats and Dogs project, so usually I don't have my makeup empties in here, so that's why I was a little confused for a minute. Next up from Wishful, which is Huda Beauty's skincare line, we have Clean Genie Cleansing Butter, so like a cleansing balm. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite. It did the job, but I feel like I've had others that have done better. It was probably cheaper. I think I got that in like a mystery. I don't know. I'm sure I got it from like Ipsy or something. Probably add-on or something. So I didn't pay a ton for it, I'm sure, but I'm sure it goes for quite a bit. Next up we have from Balance Me. This is a Tri-Molecular Hyaluronic Serum. It was okay. It was kind of had a weird texture. It was a little thick for a serum. It had just a tad bit of a fragrance. It could have just been skincare. It wasn't overpowering. It just kind of like felt and smelled just a little weird, like not off, and it didn't feel bad on my skin. I just didn't love it. Next up, we have this moisturizer from P. Louise Skin. I got this in their budget box, subscription box. I just did it one time because I wanted one of the palettes. Repair from 2022. This was nice. It was really light, so I used it for like a daytime moisturizer. If you're really dry, you probably wouldn't like it. It was just really light. But for me, it was nice. I have more oily skin, so it was fine for me. We got a couple fragrances. This is Serinda's Enchantments. This is Scream. This little sample that came in Pandora's Box of Indie Obsessions. What are the notes? Blueberries, thimbleberry, and sugar plum blossom. So I'm sure I loved it because I love notes like that. Let's see if we can get one more squeeze out of it. Oh yeah, now I remember. I love it. Yes, very nice. And then another little fragrance. This is Clean Reserve Radiant Nectar. So just that. It was okay. Usually I really like fruity scents. It was just the fruity part of it was just a little, I don't know. I'm really bad at fragrances. I thought I would like it more. It wasn't bad, but I just thought I would like it more. So, sounded something, just the name of it. So it was okay. I finished it. Next up from Elmis, we have the Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. This smells heavily of lavender. I don't like that. It works well. It's also very expensive, and there's no reason for it to be that expensive because other ones work just as well. But I got this in, I think, an advent calendar or maybe a subscription box. Either way, it worked well. And yes, it's heavily fragranced, but you do wash it away, so it wasn't like a deal breaker, but I didn't enjoy that. But in my opinion, there are other cleansing balms that work just as well that for the price of this little one, you can get a big one like the Huda Beauty. Like e.l.f. makes a good one. I can't think of it, but I've heard really good things about the e.l.f. one. I think it's Juno & Co. I've heard really good things about. I think like a little size of this one retails for like $16 or $17. I think that's silly for something you wash off, but it worked. It worked well. Next up, we have this Brazilian Kiss from Sol de Janeiro. It's a lip butter. This was really nice. I enjoyed it. There is still like a little bit of product in there, but like the sides, the plastic sides scrape my lips, and I'm not dedicated enough to like scrape it off or dig it in there. So, but I did like it. And okay. I'm not going to end on a bad note, so I'm gonna pull this one out. This is the Journey Firm Neocutis Revitalizing and Refining Day Cream Broad Spectrum SPF 30. This was weird. Like, I wanted to really like it because, here, if you can see, it like has a tint to it. So when I put it on my face, it kind of gave me like a tinted moisturizer effect. Once I blended it out, because it was kind of, if you can tell, a little bit dark on the back of my hand. So it kind of gave my skin like an evenness, even if I didn't put on foundation or any makeup. So I like that, but then it felt so weird on my skin. It was just so heavy. It didn't absorb at all. It just sat there, and I just felt really greasy. And then if I did try to put makeup over it, a lot of things didn't jive with it. So I just don't like it how it, like, you shouldn't feel your moisturizer on your skin, you know, an hour later. And that's how I felt with this, and I just wasn't for me. So we got another little hair mask. This is another one I got from Pinch Me. Just AUGEA. And then there's like a little tail. I don't know if that's supposed to be an O or just like a little design. Either way, I can't pronounce it. It was fine. Nothing memorable, but it worked okay. And then we have Yuzu Vitamin C Sleep Mask from Saturday Skin. I guess I didn't feel much of a difference. Like, it didn't feel super moisturizing or anything. I do use vitamin C products fairly often, and even though there isn't one that I'm like, that's the holy grail, I have noticed that my skin's more even since I started using it. So I almost always have one in rotation in some degree. And then we have this night body serum. This is from Moroccan Oil, and I got this again in Pinch Me, and it's really nice. It's especially if you are somebody that like body oils don't seem to work very well for. This absorbed really nicely, and even right when you put it on, obviously it doesn't absorb the second you put it on, but it felt like a dry oil, if that makes sense. Like, it didn't feel wet. Like, it just, I don't know. It's kind of weird and it's hard to explain, but it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't feel like you have it on when you put it on, in a good way, if that makes sense. How many times can Kristen say, does that make sense? All right, here is this bucket. And then we have this bucket. So this is basically makeup that I either finished or decided to declutter. We have two foundations. Words are hard. This is the Revlon Color Stay Long Wear. I have had a lot of people say, or YouTubers that I watch say that they really liked it. It was like a holy grail drugstore, and I, like, it was okay, but I have ones that I like more. So I was like, why am I keep using this when I have ones that I really, really enjoy, when this one's just kind of like, okay. And then this one from LYS, Triple Fix Serum Foundation. Sometimes I liked it, sometimes I didn't, and I just decided that, like, I'll just use the ones that I like all the time. My sister has kind of the same complexion as me. She might even be a little bit lighter, but I'm gonna see if she wants these, so they don't go to waste. And then I do have a concealer in here, I think. Yeah. L'Oreal Infallible. This is just a little too thick and just didn't work for me. It wasn't, I mean, if you can see, there's like windowing, so I probably used half of it, but I just decided it was probably time to move on to hopefully something that I would like a little bit better. I'm using an ABH one now that I'm also not in love with. Me and concealer, just, I don't know, I have a hard time. It's kind of one of those things, like doing my brows is just like something I have to do. which I know I don't have to do them, but it's more of a chore. Like putting on concealer for me is like a chore. Putting on my brows is like a chore. Next up, we have this setting spray. This is from Apocalyptic Beauties. This is setting spray for the recently deceased. Badass setting spray. So obviously this is a take on Beetlejuice. I don't know. I didn't care for it as setting spray. I thought it was a room spray for a long time because I don't read well, apparently. For somebody who reads all the time. And I was like, this doesn't smell like anything. That I looked at, I'm like, that's because it's a setting spray. I think it's more than nozzle. It was just, see if you can see that. It just kind of, it's a little aggressive. So, yeah. But the bottle's cool, so I don't know. I might, like I say stuff like, oh, I'm gonna save it and repurpose it somehow, but I probably won't, knowing me. Then we have an Empty. This is the Milani Make It Last Dewy. It was okay, I guess. I think I like the matte more because I am oily, but it was okay. And then we have this Eborian CC Red Correct. So it's like a corrector for redness. It just, I don't know, it didn't work. And I've had it for a little bit. I don't know if it's expired. It doesn't necessarily smell bad. It says 6 months, and I've definitely had it open for more than 6 months. It's kind of thick. It didn't really seem to neutralize my redness too much, maybe a little bit, but not enough to just keep using it. This I think it's L'Oreal? Yeah, this L'Oreal primer does a better job, and it's not as thick as this, so. And next up we have this I Love Extreme from Essence, like the Lash Princess. I love how it makes my lashes look, but it does give me raccoon eyes for one, and I notice that it clumps sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. So I have 105 mascaras in my collection, so I gave it a good try. I probably used at least half of it, so it's not like it's horribly going to waste. And I don't know if, like, I'd give it to one of my sisters or something. I don't want to just give it to whoever because it's my eyes. But I don't know when I will see her, so. And then next up, we have this long-lasting liquid lipstick from Ofra, Bel Air. I just don't like the color. I really like their lipsticks, just the color is just too light for me. Just washes me out, so. And next up, this Lip Perfection Pencil from Bella. It's just too hard and rough. Like, you really have to, like, scratch on there, which I don't like it to be too creamy because then it doesn't stay, but this is just too rough, so. And then we got this lip and cheek tint from Sensual. It just had a weird texture, and I just didn't care for it. And let's go with this one so we're not finishing on a bad note. This is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. I tried it once. I didn't care for it, but I try to give things a couple times because there's some times where, you know, especially with like a complexion product, you know, you mix with a different primer or something and maybe it works. Maybe it's just a day. So the second time I tried it, I washed it off because I just hated it so much. It just was really uneven, patchy, didn't blend well, and nothing sat well on top of it. So it just, yeah, it was a no for me, dog. Then we have two ABH products. We got this super tiny mascara. This was good. I liked it. It wasn't like, I wasn't in love or anything, but I did enjoy it. And then this tiny little brow wiz. And a little spoolie. And then this I got in the, so you can see, it's not much. I had to really scratch it on there, but I got it. This was okay. The first few times I tried it, I felt like I really had to rub hard to get it to work. After using it a while, it kind of like warmed up, and it was okay. But I don't know. I don't see the hype. So, all right, that was my Empties and DNFs for, I don't know. I don't really do these on a schedule. It's just like my buckets get full, so I'm like, we better talk about it. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below, send your friends. And by the time you see this, if you watched Mass Monday, I did a collab with Mary Catherine Loves Cats, and there's a giveaway there. So just a little one, but I do giveaways fairly frequently, so just, hang out and see. So, all right, guys. You think I'd figure out what my exit and my intro, but it's a surprise to me and you. All right, guys. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye.